Again, my name's Gabe Zolna. Remember when Obama went ahead and launched those Tomahawk missiles against Gaddafi's forces in Libya? And remember that he bypassed Congress? And you also remember that Congress did nothing about that. Obama was never held accountable for having circumvented Congress. Because in essence, he did put America in harm's way. He did put soldiers in America in harm's way. Once again, without congressional approval. You know what happens when you've got a little kid and he does something wrong and you ignore it? And then he ends up doing the same thing wrong again because you ignored it. You know? That's exactly what Congress has done with Obama. They ignored the fact that he went ahead and launched a military strike with 120 or 150 Tomahawk cruise missiles at Gaddafi's forces, which in turn decimated Gaddafi's forces, which in turn turned the country over to who? The Brotherhood! Okay, so now, according to what's reported on Fox News, Obama has no intentions at all of going to the American people or asking Congress for approval. To do what? Well, looks like he's getting ready to hammer Bashar al-Assad with the same kind of Tomahawk cruise missiles to devastate Bashar al-Assad's military the way he devastated the military in Libya by Gaddafi's forces. Does anyone think there'll be any kind of a different outcome in Syria if that were to happen as what happened in Libya? And you got this crazy Senator Songbird McCain running around saying, hey, we can't just shoot missiles, we got to really teach them. What do you think is going to happen in Syria? I also heard that Bashar al-Assad's already left the country. Yeah, he's in Iran. And the word is that if the United States and Great Britain, Obama's buddy Cameron, David Cameron, decides to attack Syria, well, they're going to devastate Israel. And you know who else said they'd do that? Iran. So what Obama needs to do is stop playing commander-in-chief, because he's not one. And he needs to go and apologize to the American people for having said what he did about that red line and move on and protect our country. Instead, he's going to play commander-in-chief. And this is just one huge diversion to distract, to deceive. Obamacare's a nightmare. He knows it. And he's going to continue forcing it down the American people's throat because that's just the kind of guy that he is. And what's Congress going to do when they come back from their 5 weeks of fun in the sun? Nothing. Yeah. Like a little kid. They let Obama get away with it. And every time they do that, he gains more power. And he exercises that power. And here's a guy that's a community organizer. He doesn't have a clue of what the hell he's doing. And who's he rely on? Idiots like Secretary of State John Kerry. Or idiots like Pelosi. That's who he relies on. Is it any wonder the country is on its knees? I don't think so. What do you think? I told you what I think.